Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Irina Falcone, and this is my family that's going to be joining us today, my mom, my sister, and her boyfriend. And I'm going to set them down real quick while I introduce myself. I've been a professional tennis player for 5 years, and I'd like to speak to you a little bit about my journey. I was born in Puerto Viejo, Ecuador, which is a very, very small village in South America, and it's 3 hours away from any major city. So when I was 2 years old, I actually moved to New York City, which is very, very different dynamic. My dad actually found this amazing apartment building right in front of 9 public tennis courts. He gave me a tennis racket at the age of 4 years old. That was twice my size, and I started playing tennis. He actually taught himself, taught my mom, taught my sister, and then I came along, and it really stuck. So I went to school in Harlem, which is not the safest place in New York City, to say the least. And I would go every single day on the A train. I was only 10 years old, and I would go with like 4 other little girls. And now that I think about it, it's actually pretty crazy that my parents allowed that. But at the time, we didn't know any better. So had a great time, had a great education, and every single day after school, I would go and play tennis with my dad. And finally, when I was 14, he decided that it was time to move. He didn't want to be looking for an hour at a time to be looking for parking. It was actually unbelievable the amount of time that he spent just looking for parking every single day. He worked in Stamford, Connecticut, so it was a hike to go all the way there and all the way back and still have time to play with my sister and I every single day. So when I was 14, my dad decided to take us all to Florida, and I moved 10 minutes away from a former top 10 player, Brenda Schultz McCarthy, and I actually trained with her for about 4 years before I decided to go and take the college route. I was really adamant about playing professional, and then one day I played this really horrific match, and I called my mom up and I was like, that's it, I'm going to college. And I had visited Georgia Tech before, fell in love with the coach there, so I knew that if I was going to go to school, that was going to be the school for me. So I called him up. I said, I really want to come to your school. Do you have a spot? He called me back, and he was like, yes, we do. We're going to have to hurry, though. So in a month after I gave that call, I was at the Georgia Tech campus. And now that I think about it, it was actually ridiculous how quickly we were able to get it all sorted. And I was there for 2 years. I was a computer engineering major. Yeah, nerd. And then I decided that it was time to go to the next level. I became the #1 collegiate tennis player, female tennis player in the nation. And I figured that it was time for me to take the next level and take the next step, which was professional tennis. And I've been playing professionally for 5 years now, and haven't loved every single second of it, but it's been quite an experience. I've been traveling all over the world, South America, Australia, England, all over Europe. It's actually unbelievable how much I've been able to travel in just my young age. And hopefully I'll be playing for the next 10 years and really, really, really enjoy every single second of it. I try to, at least. It's not always easy when you lose a match, especially when you're far away from home, but I try to make the best out of it, and hopefully you'll see me on TV soon. Thanks very much.